everywhere, GBS.
Good evening and welcome to GBS News at 9, where we make your news your business. I'm Paul Madenge, bringing you the most important stories from around the country and beyond. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Alan Kiama. And now to our very first story. Opposition leaders touring Kisii County have condemned what they describe as politically motivated violence following disruptions to their activities in Kisii town. Speaking during a press conference earlier today, the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, Freddy Matiang'i, and Wamalwa accused the police officers of working under pressure to collaborate with hired gangs to disrupt the events. Zipporah Gachuria with more.
DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua accused the police of working under pressure to collaborate with hired goons to disrupt opposition events. Gachagua appealed to police to exercise restraint, noting that officers themselves were working under difficult conditions, including concerns over their welfare.
Busiland were under a lot of pressure from Mokomen and Omolo to allow goons to disrupt our meetings, and the police are resisting. In Nakuru, the police are under a lot of pressure from CS Mokomen to work with the goons to disrupt our meetings on Friday and Saturday, and the police are saying no. The more you disrupt our meetings, the more you kill people, the more you beat elected leaders, the more popular the movement becomes.
Matiang'i told the press that they are determined, ready to work together to bring change to the country, and they do not have any personal grudges with people.
We are determined and ready to work together to bring about the necessary change to our country. In doing so, we don't have personal grudges with people. We are basically doing what we have to do. Everyone has an opportunity to participate and persuade people along political lines.
Eugene Wamalwa went ahead and said that the right to assemble and associate with the people of Kenya does not depend on the president's generosity, but it is a constitutional right.
Our right to assemble and to associate with any people of the Republic of Kenya anywhere, anytime we want, does not depend on your generosity. It is a constitutionally guaranteed right. Sasa, this attempt ya kusimamisha and to disrupt opposition rallies will not stop this train.
Now to matters education. The Ministry of Education has issued a stern warning against individuals who are not registered by the Teachers Service Commission from entering schools and conducting any form of training, including drama and various sporting activities. And now the move is aimed at ensuring safety and maintaining the quality of education, as all teachers across the country are required to be accredited by the TSC. The Director of Education in Nadi County, Harrison Murioki, noted that some schools have been inviting external coaches and trainers without adhering to the established regulations. Here are the details.
Na sio hapa tu kwa drama, hata kwa michezo yetu. Kuna shule zina engage coaches from outside, na tungetaka walimu wenyewe wale wameandikwa na TSC wa present hizo team kwa michezo, ndio tuwe na nidhamu na tusiwe na vurugu katika michezo yetu hapa Nandi County.
At times schools engage non-teachers to train students in co-curricular activities. These non-teachers are not well equipped on how to handle students, particularly on discipline matters. So when teachers are recognized by the employer, then it means that it's an appreciation.
And now, moving on, Consolata Nduku, a Form 3 student at Katoloni Secondary School in Machakos County, died recently after falling ill at school. An autopsy confirmed she succumbed to acute pneumonia, which severely weakened her lungs. And now, Duko fell ill at school and was given painkillers by the school matron. Her condition worsened the next morning during prep time, leading to arrangements for transfer to Machakos Level 5 Hospital, but she passed away shortly after. The family was notified only after her condition deteriorated significantly. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, is probing potential negligence by the school, prompted by parental outrage over the handling of her illness. Here are the details.
Na daktari anajaribu akatuelezea kwamba ni pneumonia. Imeingia kwa lungs na vitu vingi zikaonekana hizo. Hakuna kitu kingine inaonekana. Sio, tunasema pole sana kwa familia. Sababu hiyo ni janga imewapata bila kukusudia. Walikuwa na matumaini na huyo mtoto.
Ni kama alikuwa mgonjwa for some days. Kwa hivyo hatuwezi sema mbele ya hapo. Kuna wale wanaweza jibu maswali kama haya. Kile ningeomba, mtoto akionekana ako na shida ya kimwili, apeane kwa mzazi wakati unaofaa.
Now moving on, Basic Education Principal Secretary Julius Bitok announced that action has been taken against 20 school heads following an audit report uncovering irregularities. This addresses issues like over-enrollment of grade 10 learners to fraudulently access more capitation funds. The audit revealed discrepancies in enrollment data, including ghost learners and non-existent schools, leading to misallocation of public funds via the National Education Management Information System. This follows ongoing efforts to verify enrollment data, with over 32,000 schools previously submitting details for capitation release. Related probes target 28 county directors of education for similar fraud, with reports forwarded to the DCI. Here the detail.
And from the report we found, we have done quite a number of things. Number one, we have been able to identify all the sub-counties where we suspect there was a problem in terms of the number of students. And as a ministry, we have been able to send show cause letters to 28 sub-county directors of education to explain why in their jurisdictions they were overseeing areas where there is a problem with the issue of the number of learners. The minister has sent a letter to Teacher Service Commission asking TSC to be able to take action against 20 heads of institutions who are suspected to have inflated the number of learners in their schools. So there's a lot we are doing. We have also sent our report to the DCI to do further investigation so that they can be able to establish really who is.
Now moving on, stakeholders from the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, are calling for urgent reforms to unlock intra-African agricultural trade. They say structural bottlenecks continue to stifle the region's vast potential. Among the challenges cited are sanitary and phytosanitary compliance and certification systems, which participants described as fragmented and poorly harmonized across member states. Here are the details.
Smallholder farmers across the continent are bearing the brunt of deep-rooted structural bottlenecks that continue to lock them out of the full benefits of intra-African trade. Experts from the Intergovernmental Authority on Development warn that fragmented and incompatible digital platforms are crippling seamless information sharing among border agencies. As a result, many countries are running parallel systems, forcing traders to repeatedly submit the same documents, often manually, slowing down cross-border business.
Cross-border agricultural trade is not merely a commercial activity. It is a lifeline for our region. It is sustain food security, create jobs, support pastoralists, smallholder farmers, traders, transporters, a million of women and youth whose livelihood depend on unpredictable and efficient market. Yet, we are all here aware of the structural bottlenecks and continue to constrain the trade.
Inefficient and costly border procedures have also been flagged as major structural barriers for the stifling trade across the region. For perishable goods such as fresh fruits, vegetables, and livestock products, border delays are especially demanding, frequently translating into immediate and significant financial losses.
Certification systems are fragmented, traceability is weak in some value chains, customs platforms are not always interoperable, border procedures can be slow and costly. These inefficiencies increase the cost of doing business and reduce competitiveness. They affect smallholder farmers, the pastoralists, the MSMEs, the women leaders, youth entrepreneurs, and informal cross-border traders.
With agriculture employing millions across the region, the three-day forum, now underway, is seeking practical solutions to dismantle these bottlenecks and unlock the full potential of intra-African trade, particularly within the agricultural sector. This is Jeff Abuki, GBS TV News.
And now, mango farmers in the Mwingi area of Kitui County are now decrying heavy losses, saying their produce is going to waste. The farmers say they recorded a bumper harvest this mango season, but much of the produce is rotting, prompting them to urge the government to help secure a market to prevent further losses. Farmers in the area, particularly those affiliated with the Nzuli group, say they currently have no market for their mangoes.
Lakini shida iliyoko kubwa ni kuwa wao wanachukua lile embe kubwa, lile saizi ndogo kidogo, mja msaizi wanatuachia. Sasa ukiachia ujui utapeleka wapi?
Yeye anunue ile maembe kubwa, ile ndogo inabaki kwa shamba, na hata ukichukua upeleke kwa soko unakuta soko ni very congested, iko na maembe mingi. Tukipata courtroom, hii maembe yote ni kuweka kwa courtroom, ikae mpaka tupate market. Tukipata market sasa ndio tutatoa kwa courtroom, tunapeleka kwa soko.
It's time for us to take a short break. Keep your feedback streaming into our social media platform at GBS TV Africa. The SMS line is always 21144. We will be right back. Stay tuned.
Mambo VP, man, Mambo VP. Welcome to Echo Muziki. This is the best gospel show in East and Central Africa. My good name is Bensi. Not alone, I'm with the baddest, the illest, the freshest,
Mr. Chicky Chicky Chick, DJ Jalaz with a Z.
Yes, sire. This is where we bring you the top gospel song of the week. The top 10 best gospel jams in the week, of course. And of course, we bring you the best gospel news. And of course, the freshest interviews from the best guests. Catch us live each and every Saturday starting from
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So make sure you tell your friend, to tell our friend, to tell his friend that this is the best show.
Only on
GBS TV Africa.
We are going to go straight to the topic of the day, which is AI in education. AI in education.
AI is called artificial intelligence. I think this is something that computer techs designed to make our life easier.
If you just write everything that's on ChatGPT, when you're going to your work or whatever you want to do, your interview, you're going to feel miserable.
We are going to use
AI to show out your creativity, then that's not really you who did it, but like there's AI and there's you combined together.
AI should be just there to maybe enhance your points, but not just to generate for you the answers.
I think it's like 50-50 because sometimes it's like, yeah, you're just using it to like enhance like your creativity, and then other times it's like you're just stealing other people's ideas. You're not like really thinking.
Everywhere, GBS. Welcome back to the bulletin here at GBS News at 9, where we make your news our business. And now moving on, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen proposed non-custodial sentencing options to address prison overcrowding across Africa. He made the remarks during the Pan-African Roundtable Conference on Advancing Community Corrections today. And now, Murkomen advocated for alternatives like fines, probation, community service, and mandatory treatment program instead of incarceration. These measures aim to promote rehabilitation, human rights, and offender reintegration while maintaining public safety. Kenyan prisons currently hold over 60,000 inmates in exacerbation congestion issues. The conference focused on shifting from punitive to community-based corrections, with Kenya piloting related programs like probation volunteers. Here are the details.
Across Africa, prison congestion continues to be endemic. Many of our correctional facilities are operating far beyond their intended capacity. This reality has strained our commitment to human rights, placed immense pressure on fiscal resources, and in many cases undermined public safety and rehabilitation. Kenya has, however, made significant strides in embracing progress and humane approaches to justice. Today, a notable proportion of offenders are managed through community supervision.
The importance of having such level of expertise in one room is that you have an opportunity to exchange ideas. The issues on correctional services in Kenya and on community correctional services, community corrections has been properly expounded by our director and the PS. They are true. Mine is to confirm that what they have said is truly the case.
And now the national government is strengthening partnerships with county governments to unlock mining as a new source of revenue. Speaking in Tharaka Nithi County, Mining and Blue Economy Cabinet Secretary Ali Hassan Joho said gold deposits have been identified in several regions, including Kakamega County and West Pokot County. He noted that new regulations will ensure counties and communities receive a share of proceeds once exploration licenses are issued, preventing exploitation and boosting local development. Let's have more.
Ali Hassan Joho says the government will ensure communities benefit directly from mineral resources through clear revenue sharing laws.
We now have the responsibility to unlock mining in this county in a structured way. Na mimi nataka niseme why we are here is to engage you. Mutupatie ruhusa, we explore it further. And then we now invite proper investment. Proper investment. 1% gross amounts to 6.8 billion. That goes directly to something called community development committees who have an agreement with the mining companies. Governor, how peke yao wanadungwa $6 billion? You have not calculated the 10%. There is further 10% of the royalty that goes back to the community and 20 to the county. So hawa watu ambaye wamepata hii gold ya Kakamega wameenda chini. The first meaningful finding, ile ambayo imesema project is viable and is worthy for investment, was 990 meters. Governor, in Pokot, it's another area where people should not suffer. Na huko tunaenda karibuni kwa sababu they are dominated by illegal mining. Yet there's so much wealth. Lakini watu wanadhulumiwa tu kwa sababu watu wanawadanganya. They give some woman 500 or 1,000 shillings and they are happy. That we're going to turn it around. We're going to change it. Because there are people who are now drilling. Some of them have reached they've done 1,000 meters. And the grades of gold that we're picking are so good. World-class standards of minerals we are finding in our country. Why should our people continue to be poor?
Meanwhile, Mudhomi Njuki supports the move, urging protection of local communities and establish of mineral labs to empower artisan miners.
If the minerals that are below where we are not exploited and they come out and we become beneficiaries, all of us, then those minerals are useless. They are not useful to us. We still die of poverty. We still languish in non-development. So we have requested that we be given a lab, or you establish a lab in the Rakanidi that can be used to test for whatever mineral is found in the Rakanidi when our artisan miners get them. We will not ask you to get a piece of land. We are willing to give you that piece of land. We are willing to give you, including the title deed. We are willing to connect it with the water. We are willing to connect it with the electricity. Your work is only to just put the equipments and put the staff for testing so that our people can be able to test without having to go to Nairobi. And when you do that, then we'll be having artisanal miners, then we have the commercial miners, and in between we'll have the middle miners so that the country and the county can be able to benefit at large. With those very
At the same time, Harry Kintai says plans are underway to strengthen national-county cooperation and convert abandoned quarries into fish ponds to enhance food security.
And as we are coming, I want to tell you something, the people of Tarakanidi, that the minister just gave us directives while we were still airborne on what is happening in terms of mining, especially the quarries, that these quarries will be converted into fish ponds. So the Natural Resources Committee of the Assembly of Tarakanidi should be thinking of how then we develop this policy so that we're able to say, if you are doing mining, especially on quarries, this is the way to go. And that way you also infuse or you bring in the food security aspect.
Reporting for GBS TV, I'm Paul Elmina.
And now moving on, local leaders in Trans Nzoia County have launched a county-wide public engagement campaign ahead of President William Ruto's visit next month, touring all 25 wards to align his development agenda with residents' needs. The grassroots initiative focuses on key sectors such as infrastructure, healthcare, education, and agriculture, and aims to ensure projects announced during the visit reflect public priorities. Leaders also highlighted government efforts to subsidize seeds through Kenya Seed Company and fertilizer via National Cereals and Produce Board, while warning against middlemen inflating prices and urging residents to support the administration's economic vision.
Nimeona kuna watu sasa wamechukua mbolea kutoka NCPB na wameanza kuharibu na wanauza bei kali. Mimi nataka kuwaomba wakulima muhakikishe mnachukua mbolea ambayo William Ruto amerudisha bei chini 2,500.
Kura tunaenda. Rais anapoongea mambo ya kwenda Singapore anamaanisha ile anachosema. Na rais kwenda kutupeleka Singapore lazima pia muangalie viongozi wenye akili, mashujaa, wenye maono, wenye mipango, ili kwamba rais aweze kwenda mbele kupeleka Singapore. Singapore inaanzia hapa mashinani.
Ningependa kuwaomba zile miradi ambazo mmeomba Mheshimiwa Rais anazileta hapa. Na wacha niwaambie, mugala muwe lakini haki yake mupe, ama namna gani? Kwa hivyo ningependa kuomba wanastatunga, simameni na rais, simameni na hii agenda ya tutam, kwa sababu nikiangalia wale wengine hawana agenda yao ni moja tu.
And now, From a fiery young lawyer defending his party on national television to one of the most outspoken senators in the country, Edwin Sifuna's political journey has been marked by boldness, loyalty, and calculated ambition. His rise within the ranks of the Orange Democratic Movement has positioned him as one of the key voices shaping opposition politics in Kenya today. Davis Karani with the details.
Zima hiyo kitu, mkutano iendelee, hatutoroki leo. Funika na jacket, mkutano lazima itaendelea. Hii vita yote unasikia nikipigwa ndani ya chama cha ODM ni kwa sababu moja tu. Nimesema Ruto one term.
And let me tell you my brother, hiyo chama Kasongo atakufukuza. Atakufukuza. Because wanasema one term na yeye anataka kurudi.
Sifuna is the king. Sifuna is the king. Thank you my brother. Good luck.
Na najua hatuwezi kusikizana ni nini baba alituambia tukiwa peke yetu. Na situfuate ile alisema tukiwa wote basi.
And as a people, we have made a decision that our leader as a community and the leader of our party, Dr. Oburu Oginga, should now move forward with the intention to negotiate.
This is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Baba hakulea watu waoga. Baba alikuwa anasema kama ni kutuua watuue, lakini tutaenda tuongee ukweli kila siku.
Born and raised in Western Kenya, Edwin Sifuna built his foundation in law before venturing into active politics. A trained advocate, he quickly became known for his sharp legal mind and articulate defense of party positions in the media.
Nikiwa bado katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa kaunti ya Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache. Munanijua mimi ni nani? Mimi ni nani?
I was reading the newspapers some time ago, several years ago, and I used to see a column written by an Edwin Sifuna. Very good columns. So one day I decided to invite him for lunch at United Kenya Club, and he came. So I asked him whether he was related to Lawrence Sifuna. He said yes. Then I said, you write very good articles in the papers. I would like you to join ODM. I was then Secretary General of the ODM. That is how the journey of Edwin Sifuna started into the party. And in the end, he became Secretary General that I had been.
Sifuna's first major attempt at elective politics came in 2017 when he vied for Kandui parliamentary seat. Though unsuccessful, the race placed him firmly on the national political map. It was not a defeat, but visibly, that marked the beginning of his political steady ascent. Sifuna's loyalty to the Orange Democratic Movement Party ODM and its leader Raila Amolo Odinga earned him strategic responsibilities within the party. In 2018, he was appointed as ODM Secretary General, a powerful administrative role that placed him at the center of the party operations, coalition negotiations, and national political discourse.
Sifuna has many options. Sifuna and team, they can negotiate with anybody as long as they have the numbers and the support base that is required to make a winning team. They can form their own party. They can form Orange B or Orange 2, that is ODM 2 or ODM B, and continue. They can still go back and negotiate with the other faction. They can negotiate with the president on their own terms.
And by the way, that nobody cheat you. At the SG,
and he's keeping documents of the party. That one we changed a long time ago. We created trustees. We sat down. Sifuna does not even know where the registration certificate of ODM is.
This is not Sifuna like from Western Kenya or Sifuna just the name. This is a young leader in the making.
As the Secretary General, Edwin Sifuna became one of the most vocal defenders of the party, often taking on the government officials in heated debates.
Mimi nataka niape mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu na mbele yenu kama wadosi wangu, mahali nimeshikilia sibanduki, kwa sababu baba hakulea watu waoga. Baba alikuwa anasema kama ni kutuua watuue, lakini tutaenda tuongee ukweli kila siku. Ninyi mnaweza kushinda kunizika bwana. Kwa hivyo wale wanasema wataua Sifuna, watu wa Busia waambieni muko tayari, mnajua mpaka nyumbani, si ndio? Hatutatishwa na mtu yoyote.
His confidence, command of policy issues and unwavering defense of the party positions strengthened his image as a rising power broker.
What are the things that we should do as a leadership of the party right now to make Baba smile from wherever he is? And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Na lazima sisi kama viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu zetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako baba, ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Amolo Odinga. Baba, because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba. I, as Sifuna, will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together.
The defining moment in his political rise came in the 2022 general elections when he successfully contested and won the Nairobi senatorial seat. His victory not only cemented his personal political capital, but also expanded his influence beyond the party's corridor into the legislative power.
When Mr. Sifuna speaks, he's speaking on behalf of the party. Mr. Sifuna, saa ingine hapana kwa chungu sana.
Mimi najua Kenya hii, it cannot afford another 5 years of William Ruto. It cannot afford another year of William Ruto. Na nataka nimalizie kwa kusema, kwa sababu mmesikia watu wakisema hapa Sifuna anaelekezewa maneno. Hii vita yote unasikia nikipigwa ndani ya chama cha ODM ni kwa sababu moja tu. Nimesema Ruto one term.
Sifuna, who was recently relinquished his duties as ODM Secretary General, has turned out to be a rebel leading a team of youthful leaders while pulling out crowds that shook even the party leader Honorable Oburu Odinga, who is currently viewed as his top challenger in the party.
I've been given mandate by my party to proceed and negotiate with our partners in the broad-based government.
Nataka niambie wale watu ambao wako Mombasa sahihi ya kwamba siku ya leo wako na chama cha party, wako na chama cha ODM, lakini sisi tuna wanachama.
Edwin Sifuna represents a new generation of leaders within ODM, strategic, media savvy, and unafraid to confront opponents directly.
Kuna mshenzi mmoja ametambua kwamba kuna ubaya ya pesa ya Uhuru Kenyatta. Nataka niulize Junet. Wewe Junet, pesa ya Uhuru ilianza kuwa mbaya siku gani?
Anasema tuko na mpango mzuri. Ananiambia ati former president Uhuru Kenyatta anataka kusaidia sisi kwa chama chetu cha ODM. Mimi nimebaki tu kusema ati is ready to invest over $1 billion shillings in our party. Ati ili atusaidie chama yetu ikuwe imara.
Siku ile ulikuwa unachukua hiyo pesa na hata yote hukuleta kwa chama. Ingine ulikula peke yako na mabibi yako. Siku ile tutaanza audit ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2022. Ni vizuri umeanzisha hiyo debate, kila mtu aseme ile kazi alifanya 2022. Wewe ulikuwa unakula pesa ya Uhuru, badala ulipe agents, ukaacha hawa kina Wamunyoro wakatupiga 10-0. Saa hii tunalia huko nje. Kama sio wewe Junet, tungekuwa kwa serikali.
Sasa na hiyo chama imeenda Sifuna. And let me tell you my brother, hiyo chama Kasongo atakufukuza. Atakufukuza. Because wao wanasema one time na yeye anataka kurudi. Akichanunua hiyo chama atoe pesa. Siku ya delegates conference atahonga kila mtu. Mimi nilidhani hawezi kunitoa. Maseneta walipewa kila mtu 10 million. MPs kila mtu 5 million. Wakaharibika vichwa. Wewe Sifuna, wewe ng'ang'ana. Tungetaka usurvive huko ndio ODM ikuwe part of us. But in case atakufukuza, you have a home in DCP, you are welcome.
Is he eyeing for the presidential seat in the 2027 general election?
Tuliambia William Ruto mambo ya kuua vijana wetu itakoma. Wameua hawajaua. Wameua hawajaua. Tuliambia huyu jamaa awache kuangamiza ugatuzi kule Nairobi. Wamechukua sasa ati Musalia ndio gavana wa Nairobi. Sio ni kukandamiza ugatuzi. Makosa yangu kubwa sana. Nimesema kwamba Ruto 2027 lazima aende nyumbani. Na nasema hilo kwa sababu ni nyinyi mmemtuma. Ruto, tafadhali wacheni fujo. Hii mkutano haikuishi bwana, leo watatuua tukiwa hapa Malemba.
Time will tell.
Mimi kama katibu mkuu wa chama nilikuwepo pale wakati ambapo tuliandikishana mkataba wa mambo 10 na chama cha UDA. Hiyo mkataba haikukuwa ya kuanzisha coalition na chama cha UDA, na inasema hivyo hapo ndani.
We are not going to allow people to pull us backwards. Those who want to pull us backwards, we tell them, oh, no. Those who want to pull us backwards, we tell them what? No.
Davis Karani for GBS News, Nairobi.
It's true, only time will tell. Now, our own reporter Davis Karani will continue bringing you different stories on political matters as Kenyan politics unfold. Now, it's time for us to take a short break. Keep your feedback streaming into our social media platform at GBS TV Africa. The SMS line is always 21144. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for sports news.
Hey yo, Mambo VP man, Mambo VP. Welcome to Echo Muziki. This is the best gospel show in East and Central Africa. My good name is Bensi, but you can call me the true ninja, and of course I'm not alone. I'm with the baddest, the illest, the freshest,
Mr. Chicky Chicky Chick, DJ Jalaz with a Z.
Yes, sire. This is where we bring you the top gospel song of the week. The top 10 best gospel jams in the week, of course. And of course, we bring you the best gospel news. And of course, the freshest interviews from the best guests. Catch us live each and every Saturday starting from
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So make sure you tell your friend, to tell our friend, to tell his friend that this is the best show.
Only on
GBS TV Africa.
We are going to go straight to the topic of the day, which is AI in education. AI in education.
AI is called artificial intelligence. I think this is something that computer text designed to make our life easier.
If you just write everything that's on ChatGPT, when you're going to your work or whatever you want to do, your interview, you're going to feel miserable.
If we are going to use AI to show out your creativity, then that's not really you who did it, but like there's AI and there's you combined together.
AI should be just there to maybe enhance your points, but not just to generate for you the answers.
I think it's like 50-50 because sometimes it's like, yeah, you're just using it to like enhance like your creativity, and then other times it's like you're just stealing other people's ideas. You're not like really thinking.
everywhere. GBS.
Welcome back to the bulletin here at GBS News at 9, where we make your news our business. And now it's time for your most favorite segment of the bulletin, the sports news. Let's get sporty. Now from the sports desk, the Harambee Starlets are intensifying preparations for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, marking the long-awaited return to the continental stage. Head coach Beldin Odemba has named a 34-player provincial squad, blending experience and youth as the team gears up for tough Group A clashes against Morocco, Senegal and Algeria, with friendlies lined up in Abidjan before a final training camp in France. The Starlets are focused on building chemistry, sharpening tactics, and emerging as serious contenders when the tournament kicks off on March 17th.
So far training for the last 1 week imekuwa fiti na morali iko juu kwa timu. Kambi ya players mostly wengi ni new, lakini inaweza kuwa new kwa kama player, lakini kwa football sio new. But preparation iko sawa, mood iko sawa, watu wako ready. Kama team iko na goals zao, tumeset tunafika semis ya hiyo ndio target ya team. Yeah.
Mood iko poa, tuna feel at home. Kwanza Moso sisi wenye ni first call up, tuna feel tuko nyumbani. Aim yetu kama venye kocha alisema ni semi final, na mimi na believe na preparation tumefanya tutafika hiyo semi final.
And now, history was made at Current Country Club as South Africa's Cassie Jarvis claimed his maiden DP World Tour title at the magical Kenya Open with a record-breaking 25-under par finish. The 22-year-old held his nerve through multiple weather delays, producing a stunning back nine performance that included 2 crucial eagles to outduel Davis Bryant. Watched by William Ruto, Jarvis sealed victory with a final round 62, earning 60 million Kenya shilling prize, while Kenya's Njoroge Kibugu emerged as the top local finisher.
In Kenya, Njoroge Kibugu. Through golf, he has become the latest millionaire in town. Watch him carefully.
I must admit that I don't know very much about golf. When I was growing up, I was told it was a rich man's sport. But I have since discovered that it is a common sport for all of us. Our sporting nation. We are a great sporting nation, and we are celebrating the spirit of sport in our country. We are celebrating Kenya, the magical Kenya, a wonderful tourist destination, and we are also celebrating Kenya as an investment destination. All that rolled together gives us every reason for us to support this tournament. That's why the government of Kenya is the largest sponsor of this tournament. And I want to commit that going forward, as we have done in all the other sports,
We will continue to escalate our support for sports in Kenya. And we are matching what we are saying.
Edged Everton 1-0 to keep their Champions League hopes alive. Super sub Benjamin struck the decisive goal for the second consecutive game, earning praise from manager Michael Carrick, who also highlighted Matthias Cunha's defensive discipline and goalkeeper Lamin's calm display under late pressure. Carrick even noted similarities between Lamin's and United legend Edwin Van Delsa, as United growing spirit secured another crucial 3 points.
Sometimes I get why everyone's talking about it and making a bigger deal of it, but I've got a really good relationship with Ben. We had some really good conversations, and he's in a really good place, you know, and part of us is helping him take his steps in development and growing him as a player, you know, and sometimes that's little steps, sometimes that's bigger steps. He's taken some huge steps recently in terms of the goals he scored and the impact and that confidence and that belief that he's playing with now is great to see, you know. And we obviously got to manage that as well, and we got some good forwards, so it's one of those decisions that you know we got to try and get right. But I've got no problem with Ben, and he hasn't got an issue. He obviously wants to play. As a goalkeeper, really, you couldn't expect, you couldn't hope for much more. You know, safe hands, calm, composed, came and punched when he needed to, and calmed things down. You know, I thought it was an exemplary kind of performance. So it's delighted for him. Yeah, without comparing him, I don't want to be comparing him because I don't think it's fair to Senna. But there's definitely similarities. For me, as a goalkeeper, to be reliable, to be trustworthy, and instead of creating the chaos, you want him to take the chaos away and calm things down. I think Senna is that. You know, he's quite quiet at times and unassuming, but he's got a real steel in this. And
yeah, it feels amazing, you know, to help the team. Just, you know, scoring for Manchester United is something the best that I was always imagining, dreaming, and yeah, every time I'm doing it, it feels unbelievable.
Really good, really good. I think the overall feeling is, of course, really happy with the win. We had to fight for it. It wasn't always pretty. Yeah, it's a really good feeling. I think as a goalkeeper you have to understand that some games, all games are different, let's say that. Today I was needed a lot, especially to help the team, because like I said, we had more difficulties, but that's where I take pride in. So yeah, I think just this team in general, when some players are not maybe having their best game, other players step up and help them, and I think today I did a good job, and I'm happy to help the team. I can speak personally for me. I think those are probably the best wins, especially for a goalkeeper, because sometimes when you, like for example against City, where I think we played our best game of the season.
And now UEFA has provisionally suspended Gianluca Prestin amid an investigation into alleged racism abuse of Vinicius Jr. during UEFA Champions League clash between Benfica and Real Madrid in Lisbon. The alleged incident led to a temporary stoppage as anti-racism protocols were activated, and Prestin will now miss the second leg, while both the player and Benfica deny the claims and plan to appeal. The investigation continues, casting a shadow over the decisive feature in Madrid. Now, let's have a look. And now we have come to the end of the news bulletin. It's always a pleasure having you on board. My name is Paul Madenge, and our sign language interpreter tonight has been Alan Kiama. Have a good night.
Everywhere, GBS.